Hey lovelies, I wanted to show you the Cheetah HAC method today. And HAC stands for highlight and contour. And the Cheetah method is the easiest. In kindergarten, we learned how to finger paint, and anyone can do this. So you don't need any brushes. This little quad makeup compact, it is way smaller than my phone with the protective cover around it. This is probably more than an inch shorter than it. You can see it next to my hand, and it is thinner than my phone. And usually when people are starting out with mascara beauty, they usually at least get a quad compact because it will give them the brightening highlight, the main highlight, the contour, and the lip and cheek. And so I am going to use the lip and cheek even on my eyes today because I've done that a number of times, and it's just a really simple, quick, cute, natural light look that, like I said, anyone can do. Some people do this Cheetah HAC method all the time for years and years, and some people do it in the beginning, or maybe when they don't have brushes yet, or when they're kind of learning to do their makeup and they're not really confident yet. And so I personally use brushes. I've used brushes for years and love them because I feel like with all of the skin issues I have, that it just gives the most airbrushed look. But the Cheetah HAC method works really well too, because this cream makeup just kind of melts into your skin. So since I have it first, I'll go ahead and do the brightening highlight. So my brightening highlight is white peach, and we're just going to make dots. And that, of course, is why it is called the Cheetah HAC method. And you are going to put that anywhere that you will put the brightening highlight, anywhere you want a little bit of light to kind of pull out your face. And actually, I have several highlights that I like to use. The white peach is where I started, but I have a couple others that I like to use depending on my outfit, depending on the time of year, the colors I'm wearing, or, you know, in the summertime, my skin is just a little bit darker. And so sometimes, depending on like the dark circles that may be under my eyes, if I have blemishes going on, and so I kind of base it on that. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and use this up here too, because we are only going to use this quad for this look today. Like I said, it's where a lot of people start. Sometimes they go with bigger compacts and want more products, but usually everyone at least starts with this to start. And if you order, you know, your 4 colors, your brightening, your main highlight, your contour, and a lip and cheek, or an illuminator, or a setting powder, or whatever you want that 4th to be, then you get a free little square, makeup square compact, or the quad compact. And also, if you want to add other things, it is also available, a HAC stack is also available as a double decker, and then you can go with bigger compacts, but we're just keeping it simple today. Okay, so this is all the places that I'm going to put my brightening highlight. So let's go ahead and go into my main highlight, which I have June here. And June is the main highlight that I started with. And in the summer, I typically use one that's a little bit darker, but this will work fine too. And like I said, it just kind of melts into your skin. So it just kind of goes and kind of feels and looks like skin, and just matches really well. Okay, so I end up putting it in a number of extra spots. Like normally a lot of people wouldn't necessarily go around their hairline because you're going to contour up there, but I do have some freckling, and so I go ahead and put it up there a little more. So, all right, so that is, I have 2 more here. So that is where I want the main highlight, which is like your foundation, to go. And these, there's no science to these dots at all. You can put them wherever you would normally put your foundation, where you think those main colors are, and then you can go ahead and do your contours, which will cover this area. That's why I didn't even bother to put that there. So because I didn't really need that coverage, but I'll put the leftover from my fingers. Okay, so now the contour that I'm using today is Stone, and I am going to try to keep that pretty tight here along my nose, because even though I don't really have a wide nose, everyone seems to like a skinny nose nowadays. It's just kind of a really sleek, sculpted look. So normally, again, I would be doing this with brushes, so I'd be a little more exact, but I just wanted to show you that it is absolutely possible with just your fingers. And I put a little bit of contour under my lip as well to make it appear to be larger than it is. And then we'll do our cheek contour, and I put that along the bottom of my cheekbone. They used to tell you, and some people do still tell you, to put it under your cheekbone, but I feel like especially as you get older, you don't want any drag on your face. You want everything uplifted, and so that's why I go ahead and put it on the bottom of my cheekbone rather than under it. And this is a really nice effect too. If you have a wider face, it can really slim out your face and really sculpt it. So pull that down just a little bit. You don't want to pull it down too much because again, you don't want your cheeks to be sagging. And then I mentioned earlier, we do the contour around the hairline. I'm just going to put a little one here because I don't make it too dark along here, but I do give it a little bit of color. And normally I would also do bronzer, I would also do an illuminator, and I would do a setting powder and go the whole 9 yards often, but I'm only showing you this quad today. Okay, so, all right, and let's go ahead and do this is Hollywood, and I am using it in my crease, and it gives just kind of a nice little peachy glow. And it's real pretty, and it doesn't have to be Hollywood. Any of these like pinky coral things give this kind of baby pink blushy look. And we'll go ahead and do it on my lips too. Put one big dot there to cover my whole Cupid's bow. And then we'll do one on the bottom, darken that up a little. When you put the lip and cheek on with your fingers, it gives it a little more of a wash, so a little bit lighter. And then if you put it on with one of the lip brushes that I use, like the multitasker brush, then it puts it on a little thicker and it packs the color on there a little heavier. And so if you want a dark color with more pow, then use the brushes. And if you just kind of want to wash, a lighter wash, then you can use your finger and you can carry it in your purse and have it available then. So I didn't mention, I did go ahead and do my eyebrows just to save time because I know not everyone has to fill in their eyebrows and I like to do that. But I used Bird, which is an eyeshadow color, and I used it with the eyeshadow everything brush. So that is my cheetah spots. And I just realized that I forgot to put my lip and cheek on my cheeks. So just a little bit there. I put it on more on the back end of my cheek again to give that uplifting look, not dragging my cheeks down. So I keep it on the center and back. And okay, a little bit more here. All right, so those are my cheetah spots and we will blend those in with our fingers only. So we'll go ahead and start with the main highlight. And I will say that this is a really fast way to blend your makeup. I feel like I'm even faster with my brushes just because I can sweep it and dab it really quickly, and I've been using it them for so long that I'm really used to that and comfortable with it. But either way, it can be really fast. If I was going to do like a little weekend travel getaway where I didn't want to bring my brushes, then I could totally just bring the little compact, smaller than my phone. It can fit easily in my pocket. It could fit in my purse easily, gym bag, duffel bag, whatever it is, and even like a little clutch purse. And you know, I could have all of my makeup just right there and not even have to worry about the brushes. Let's see. And you just kind of blend as you go. Like I said, finger paint, just like finger painting from kindergarten. Anyone can do this. You absolutely don't need any makeup experience whatsoever. So don't let the process and the videos and you know, what you see other people do with the makeup, don't let that scare you, because you know, sometimes it can be a little bit of a learning curve, but it's easier than you think and the results are way worth it. And the confidence that I have seen people get, and that I know I myself get when I have my face on, you know, it's a really good boost. It's a really good thing. that you can do for yourself. So I've kind of hit some of the areas that my brightening highlight were also on because they're so close that I'm kind of just hitting them both just whenever I see them, and I'm sticking with those first so that I don't muddy it with my contour or anything. Okay, go ahead and do my under eye while we're up here, bring it up into my temple. I could have did a little dot up here also, and you know, but the creams spread like butter, like a dream, and so it's no big deal if you're not exact. And like I said, those dots are not a science at all. You don't have to take a still shot of mine to figure out where you're going to put yours. You know what you want to look like skin, where you've normally put your foundation. You know where you need a little highlight if you have some darkness here, if you have some redness here and here like I get. And so the highlights just bring out those parts of your face and color correct a little bit. And look at this crease, or the eyelid. And I love this look when I'm just wanting a light kind of baby makeup, you know, just like baby pinks and just like really soft and natural look, not too overdone. Okay, now let's hit the contour first. And I may not have went as dark as I should have. Maybe I should have put a few more dots because normally I would apply more than that. And the contour, don't let that scare you. It basically just is giving your face a 3D sculpted look. It's pulling back, especially if you have a larger forehead like I do, and it kind of pulls that back a little and brings out the main part of your face, and so it makes it look like it's not as big. You know, wherever you're contouring, gives you a little bit of a shadow effect. And so we'll get this around the nose. And like I said, my favorite way is with the brush, but a lot of people also will just take their 2 fingers down to lay that contour line, and that's fine too, whatever works for you. Take it across the bridge of my nose a little. If I pull back a little, you can kind of see. And we are not wanting to drag this line anywhere. The contour is made out of a drier cream so that it's going to stay and sit and not blend all over the place, not slide around your face. The main highlights don't slide around your face either unless you drag your finger or your brush and you want them to. But this is going to sit still nicely so that you have like the sharp shadow that you want for your contour, for your cheekbone. And so what I'm doing here, oh my goodness, I forgot that finger had a little bit of blush still. That's okay. It's easy cleanup with creams. Okay, so I didn't move this. I just kind of buffed it a little to soften it and kind of blend it in. So let's go ahead and bring my blush, not only soften it, but kind of bring it down into my contour a little bit and kind of marry those colors together, kind of meld that cheek into one. And you can go heavier, you can go lighter. I love the pink in the crease. It's so pretty and soft and light. And voila. So that took a lot longer because, again, that's not usually the way I do my makeup, and I was trying to explain to you and take it slow so that you could see the process of each. But that can be super duper duper quick. Now, if you want, I'm going to go ahead, and I like wearing eyeliner. And so this was done with the entire quad. You could absolutely go out like this. If you wanted to put a little mascara, you could totally do that. I like to have eyeliner. And so I am going to dip into Black Friday, which is our cream eyeliner. And it looks very, very black and maybe a little scary if you're not used to wearing that. But it is not, some of the black creams can be like a really deep coal color that's really strong, but this is not too strong at all. And I'm using the Hotline brush, which if you can see has like an angled flat brush on the end, on this end, and it's like razor thin, and you can make your line as thin as you want. And at first, you can just put it right along your lash line as close as you want. I'm just patting on the color to apply it. And then you can either smudge out or keep thickening that line from there, just following along the lash line. And you can drag it a little bit. If you drag it, this isn't like a pen or a marker where it has continuous ink, and so it'll get lighter as you pull it because it's so thin and so tiny that you just have a little bit of product on there. So it's very forgiving, it's easy to fix. And I got a little fleck down there because I probably overloaded my brush, and that's easy to just wipe away with a Q-tip. So this is a harsh line look, which you can totally do. You can cat eye it out. I love a cat eye. You can also soften it by smudging and just kind of dragging your brush after you get the structure of your line how you want it. And that will work. So you can do it with that by smudging it with this, or you can also go in with the eyeshadow everything brush, the pencil brush end, which is also what I use to fit bird on my brows, and you can also smudge it with that. And it is not going to take your product off. It's a really dense brush, but it's just going to kind of smoke it a little bit and soften it so that it's not such a harsh line. So, and then when you're done with your eyeliner, you can, so I'm going to darken that just a tad. Then you can put your mascara on. And when you put your mascara on, you want to get as close to the base of your lashes as you can. And when you're down there by the base, then it helps sometimes to like roll the brush and pull it out to extend those. If you are not used to putting on mascara, it's something that takes a little while to get the hang of sometimes, especially if you're gonna kind of wiggle it around the base and roll it and pull it out like I talked about. So don't get frustrated. It comes with practice and you'll get it. So, and then after we do this eye and kind of wiggle it in, get it deep down into the base, the roots of my lashes, we are going to even hit the bottom row. And for years, I've only started doing that recently. For years, I didn't because I wasn't that crazy about the look of it on me. And, but I've started doing it recently, especially with this light look when I have no eyeliner on the bottom. And the reason I used to not like it, I think, is because at first it looks kind of weird because the eyelashes like lay straight down and it looks a little unnatural and weird. But what I have found when you take the time to put a good coat on them, and especially when you give it time to dry, the lashes pop back up and stick slightly out like they're supposed to and look so good and make your eyes look so much bigger. That's the best part. And sometimes I will get a little bit on the bottom and you can just hit that with a Q-tip. It's no big deal to clean up. This cream makeup, you know, I have really oily skin, and usually with other makeups I felt like my makeup was an oil slick, but this, it's got good staying powder, good sticking powder, but if you have to clean up an area, it is very forgiving and it lets you do that really easily because it's so buttery. Okay, so my eyelashes are still down kind of because they're not completely dry, but this is the basic look. So we did this all with this tiny dinky little quad of a palette. If you need colored match to find out what your colors are, because I think there are like over 30 colors, then we can absolutely do that. I can talk to you about that. Just send me a message to figure out what your colors are. And so we did this all with this quad mascara, and I did go ahead and do a little eyeliner, which comes in a little tiny dinky square. And if you have the HAC stack, which is the double decker of the quad, you can put the eyeshadow and more things down there. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions, if there's any type of looks or product types like eyeshadows or colors or anything that you want me to show you, and I would love to do that. And reach out to me if you need a color match. And thanks so much. I will see you soon.